is the role of the power forward, the four. More and more you need to be able to stretch the floor, take your guy outside, shoot the three. Do you feel that that's a trend, or is that something you think that is here to stay in the NBA?
Well, I think things will evolve and things will change. I mean, you start getting power forwards like Tim Duncan and Garnett back in the league, Dirk. All of a sudden, it becomes less and less of a commodity to have smaller fours.
Right.
Because you're going to need to deal with the Tim Duncans and the Garnetts of the world. So I think it's just a natural evolution thing.
Did you, when you had to guard a big like that, ever fear going out and trying to get him on the side or even working him inside the lane where he would have more power, more advantage?
No, I never worry about it too much. What I try to do is I always try to study the film and figure out what their tendencies are, what their sweet spots are, and you just try to get them off of that. It's not necessarily about the size of them, but how do you get yourself in position when you can knock them off balance a little bit and use the lack of size that you have to disorient them.
For a guy like yourself who made an incredible amount of three-point shots during your career, what is it like watching Steph Curry? Just how much has he changed the league? It was always watching the dunks of Jordan. Now we got kids that want to shoot the ball from distance.
Yeah, shooting the ball from distance now has kind of become like the home run in baseball, right? Where it's exciting to watch the ball in flight. I think it's great because it just adds more love to the game, more things that players could do or kids can do that can't dunk. Right? It's like dunking was the thing, right? But now kids that can dunk, there's something else that's fun. Something else that's entertaining, like shooting threes.
So boy, that takes a lot of work.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a lot of
hundreds of shots daily.
Yeah, it's a lot of repetition. I mean, Steph, you watch him out there playing and making all these shots. He's put in hours and hours and hours of hard work. He continues to do so.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. And over the course of your career, Kobe, 5 NBA championships. Are there any of those that really stand out among the 5 that you accumulated?
The last one, beating the Celtics. That was the hardest one by far to get.
Why so?
Well, we're going into Boston now with the series tied 1-1. And Boston is absolutely excited about having to split and going home now and having 3 games at home, thinking that the series was not going to come back to LA. And so that was an interesting playing fight for us, and then to go out and get the very next game, just to go down 3-2, coming back to LA, and then to finally pull out that series after being down 15 in the fourth quarter against the Celtics. That gave you better.
And with all the different technological advances in the league, you see a lot of player and coaches now reviewing clips and tablets and a lot of film sessions. I know you used to study a lot of the league's videotapes. How much easier is film study now, say, from the time in the late 90s when you got in the NBA?
It's so much easier.
Really?
Oh, my God. When I used to get in the hotel rooms, you used to have to call the front desk. They used to roll up the TV on the wheels.
With the VCR machine.
With the VCR connected to it, right? And I have to have all of these tapes, and you got to put the tape in, and you got to rewind it, and you got to fast forward, rewind it.
Yeah.
Now it's just everything's right there in front of you, right? And it's very easy to skip and go to the next game, and then jump back to the game before, or fast forward to the fourth quarter. I mean, it's so easy now.
In competition, once again, Kobe, the thing that drives you so much, even on the practice floor, you and Jordan were so much alike in that regard. Is it important to go at your teammates and challenge them in those practices that you recall?
You have to challenge, because if you don't, then they become conditioned to not have those challenges every day, right? So if you come off of a night where you have a back-to-back, for example, and you have a practice the next morning, it's our responsibility to step into that practice and challenge them as if it was the game that we just played the night before. Right? Because if you do not, then you don't have that competitive spirit day in and day out, where then you feel like you can take games off, because you can take practices off, because you just don't have it in practice. Right? So it's our job to bring that every single day, so that competing just becomes a habit.
And you learn about their mental endurance and physical endurance during those practices.
Well, yeah, you challenge them to learn about themselves. Right? You challenge them to think about themselves. Can I push a little extra? And I'm going to have to, because he's driving me like crazy, and if I don't meet that challenge, I'm going to have to hear his mouth all practice long. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the plane. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the bus. I'm going to have to hear his mouth in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just compete.
And the dunk by Robertson.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates. They're pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Here's Roberson. No good on the three. Kobe, I'm assuming that you've had teammates come back later and say, Kobe, you made me a better player.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when we're playing together, they don't like it very much because I'm always challenging them. But then at the end, like even to this day, we're all very close. We're all great friends because they knew what I was trying to do was trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
I watch a lot of his tapes, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
His
working.
size makes him a different kind of guy, though.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. He has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking in the mirror. The moves, the positions on the floor.
So glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's a great, great feeling because, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. When he retired and he watched me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing a person who studied the person that came before, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you and Michael Jordan tape. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past, and again, he's a curious kid.
In all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor. He's all business. There's nothing funny. There's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job. He's here to help San Antonio win games.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope checked in. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Thunder. Alex Abrinas comes in for Roberson. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. You take a look at the mayor, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Steven Adams, a few spots down.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Kanter sets the pick for Westbrook. Pulls up, high post. The Lakers with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And in the history of the NBA, only a handful of players have lasted 20 seasons. Kobe, you played all 20 with the Los Angeles Lakers, an NBA record for seasons with one team. What does it mean to just having worn that Laker jersey your entire career?
Well, I mean, it's a huge honor. I've always been a massive Laker fan, even when I was a kid. And so I never dreamed that I'd actually be wearing the golden armor for my NBA career. So to be sitting here right now, having played 20 years, is literally the coolest dream that could have ever happened to any kid. Happened to me.
And I don't know that it'll happen again. The way the league is structured now, money, the free agency, even though you had a chance to leave a couple times, you always chose to stay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's loyalty is a word that you hear thrown around often. But in this day and age, it's very tough to see in sports because of the cap, because of the free agency market and so forth and so on. So I've been very, very fortunate to have a great organization and to be able to have played 20 years of my career here.
Out to the right wing. From the arc. Offensive rebound. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one drops. You look back to the final game as a player, Kobe, all the emotion that was building up for that moment. Then you go out and score 60 points. Surreal moment. Did you ever think for any moment that maybe I've got 1 year left in the tank after that 60-point performance?
You know what? It wasn't a matter if I had another year in the tank. It was just, I just don't want to do this anymore. I wake up in the morning, my body's sore. That 60-point game was everything I had left for that year. And to be able to have to reboot that and reset the system all over again, no thank you.
People don't see that side of it, do they?
No, they don't. But it's just, nor do we want them to, right? We want them to appreciate being entertained and coming to a game and taking their mind off of whatever it is they want to take their mind off of. It's an opportunity for them to escape. And that's what we provide. So that's completely fine.
Kobe, you were a player who lived in the gym. What motivated you as you go back and look at all those hours you spent in the gym to do that, to follow that path?
I loved it. I loved the game. It wasn't a matter of working hard. I didn't realize I was working hard until my second or third year in the league. when I realized here in the NBA, a lot of players don't do that.
Right.
It was kind of a big shock to me. Like, I assumed everybody in the NBA
Just worked hard.
Yeah, but to me, it wasn't hard work. It was like, I love doing this. Like, there's no place on earth I'd rather be than be here in this gym with a basketball and a hoop.
But the greats are always the hardest workers out there. I mean, right, have you ever seen a great player who is not the hardest worker on their team?
No, I've seen players have great seasons, and then the next season,
They
it's not
fall.
so much,
Right.
and then they have another great one, and the consistency isn't there. The truly great players love what they do, and that looks like hard work to the outside world.
Did you enjoy playing the game? There was so much you put into the game, but did you enjoy the game?
I did. I enjoyed the game. I loved playing, the competition and all that, the getting ready and all that. But I enjoyed practice more.
Did you?
I did. I enjoyed training and practice more than I did the game.
Drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
And Kobe, you played for a handful of coaches during your career. When you look back on it, was there one coach you wished you could have played for but didn't have maybe a chance to play for?
Greg Popovich. That's an easy one for me. Although I did play for him in several All-Star games.
Yes, you did.
And one particular All-Star game in practice, he came up to me and said, okay, do you want me to just kind of go through like a whatever practice, or do you want me to do the real thing? I said, Pop, you got to do the real thing, because I've been dying to see what really goes on inside these Spurs practices.
Oh, my gosh,
You got to
yeah.
give us a real practice, man.
Yeah.
And he did. And Tim just kind of looked at me and was like, dude, seriously.
What are you doing here?
Come on, you're killing me.
So what was a Popovich practice like for you, and how did you try to set the tone?
It was high energy. And we moved from drill to drill. And it involved a lot of passing and moving and spacing. And so all of the shooting, it wasn't any individual shooting. All the individual shooting took.
So for Oklahoma City right now, inside it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the 3 spot. Well, under the leadership of Commissioner Adam Silver, the league, Kobe, has been proactive, looking to improve the game. What are some changes you'd like to see coming up in the future?
Well, more physical play. That's one of the things I think, it just drives me crazy.
You never shied away from physical.
Well, no, I mean, this is the NBA, right? So I always look at the NBA as another level of play, another level of physicality. It's not the same calls that are being called in high school or being called in college. This is another level. And it certainly used to be that way. Now, there's a lot of little touchy fouls here and there that I'd rather see not be a part of the game.
That has changed, hasn't it?
Oh, my goodness. In Europe, the game is actually more physical. Think about that for a second.
Wow. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The mayor in the last matchup against the Jazz was terrific. He had an incredible number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special. The biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
Hey, Kobe, when you take a look at great NBA rivalries, your mind goes more to the past than the present. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe you can enlighten us why rivalries seem to matter more or more in our minds from yesteryear as opposed to today.
Because we can recall where we were when. Right?
Yeah,
the recollection is always more powerful in retrospect, right? I mean, that's always, you remember where you were when, Magic hit that running hook shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some people can remember where they were when Nelson hit that shot that bounced off the back of the rim and almost touched the rafters and fell back in, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's those memories that create a lasting impact. And even though in today's game, you can look at it and say, there's no real rivalries in today's game. There are. But they're only sink in over time.
So you think the Cleveland Golden State rivalry, because the greats are on opposite sides there, will linger and will
Absolutely.
resonate like that?
Absolutely.
Hey, Kobe, in recent years, we've seen a lot of players choosing in free agency to join up, join forces, join friends, other talented players. What do you think of Durant and Golden State, the big three with LeBron going down to Miami? What are your thoughts on that trend?
Well, everybody's got to do what they feel is best for them. Personally, it wasn't really my cup of tea. I'd much rather compete against those guys. And and do it that way. You know, if winning in LA wasn't going to happen, then it just wasn't going to happen. And I wasn't going to leave and go someplace else and join forces to try to win a championship.
How about recruiting players, like say, hey, come to the Lakers and you and I can do something special?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's fine. I mean, that happens. Players talk to each other.
And when Wells spots one of his guys wide open, doesn't hesitate at all, just gets it over before the D can react.
And the trend around the league, Kobe, is more offense, more three-pointers, certainly spacing, fluid offense. Scoring is up around the league in a measurable way from, it seems like, year to year. Do you like the way this is trending, or do you think the NBA should maybe put a governor on this, harness it in just a little bit?
Well, I think it'll swing back to the way, I mean.
Do you?
Yeah, because the game has gone through that progression before, and, it's constantly evolving. And so I think you'll see it swing back eventually. You'll have a couple teams that are just big and may have a dominant post player, and all of a sudden.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And Kobe, did the Laker front office ever talk to you or just brush an idea past you to get your opinion on things, whether it be a trade or a free agent signing or whatever?
No, we never really did that. We never had that kind of working relationship. And I think it's actually better that way. Because then it enables me to have a better relationship with the guys where they know I'm not involved in those decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if so, it makes it weird. In that relationship, guys get traded and teammates are looking at you and it's hard for them to trust you and all sort of stuff. The most conversation I had was with Dr. Buss in this very shaky time.
Yes.
Where I voiced my concerns and he said, listen, I promise you, you see the right trade, you will pull the trigger and I'm going to do everything I can to get you a championship. I promise you that. And after he said that, I trusted him completely. That was that. And then the following year, he made a beautiful trade for Marcus Smart.
Sure did. And a couple championships. Worked out well.
Yeah, it did.
Kobe, that fadeaway jump shot of yours is such a foundational part of your game. What's the key to that particular shot? And who's carrying the torch for that shot now?
Well, yeah, the fadeaways. There's different ways to shoot the fadeaway. There's the Hakeem Olajuwon way of shooting the fadeaway. There's the Michael way of shooting the fadeaway.
Oscar used to do it. I know you.
Oscar used to do it quite a bit. So I try to use bits and pieces from each, depending on the defender that I'm facing. But yeah, there's certain players that are carrying that shot now. LeBron shoots the fadeaway quite often, as does KD. He shoots it a lot. Clay will shoot it. Kawhi will shoot it quite a bit off the pull-up jumpers and things of that sort. So there are a lot of players doing it.
He might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Adams with the screen on Deng. Back to George. Kobe, you played 20 years in the NBA. Sports medicine and training becoming increasingly important for extending careers, keeping guys on the floor. How far has that science come in the time from you when you entered the league until the time that you retired last year?
Well, it helped me play 20 years.
Yeah, right. But different methods all the way, huh?
Different methods all the way. I mean, it's when I first came in the league and understanding what sports medicine was at the time and the research on recovery, and as the years went on, more science and research started coming out on the benefits of contrast therapy, of ice baths, and surgical procedures. Like, if I would have ruptured my Achilles years ago, I never would have come back from it. Now, my Achilles, even as I sit here today, it's like I never hurt it.
No kidding.
It's amazing.
Here's the mayor.
Nice. And Wells has a great feel for the game. Superb at swinging the ball around, especially when he sees a teammate in a good position for a shot.
Westbrook kicks to George. Adams sets the pick for George. Fades away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Kobe, in your opinion, what's been the common thread for all these advances in sports medicine?
I think it's the minds. It's the minds of people in medicine that are constantly pushing the industry forward. And it's our responsibility, the team's responsibility, to find these great minds and turn them loose, right? And trust them with the process, trust them with your athlete. But the key is you have to find the right ones.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Abrinas is checked in. Count that one. Westbrook's got 19 points.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Here's the mayor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by, Kobe. Hope you come back and join us again.
I definitely will. I had a great time, man. Thank you for having me.
And Greg, how much fun was it to get to hear the perspective of Kobe and pick his brain while broadcasting a game?
I mean, it's just always interesting to hear what Kobe will notice about a player or a team that most fans, and for that matter, even some former players, they just don't think about. I think that's sometimes what gets lost with the truly great ones. Their minds don't function the way us normal human beings would go about looking at things. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Abrines the pass to Westbrook. Over Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Westbrook.
Big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
Here's the mayor, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Fast break, the Lakers, for the finish, finishes the break with a slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline.
I'll tell you what, and Deng is a committed...
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
I appreciate it, D.A.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half moment. And thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinals. The mayor having a dominant impact in this game.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. The mayor is out there with ball, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Lakers get called for the foul, and he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. And here is Ball. Here's the mayor. Up off the screen, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Westbrook kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Ball. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
I like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Pass to Adams. Back to Robertson. Beyond the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Now, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Lopez passes to the mayor. The rebound by Patterson.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found their mark. It's been a good start for them.
George, no good.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost them.
Randall, no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
That's tipped. One-on-one fast break. Here's the Mayor. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
But it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. George dishes to Patterson. For three. Robertson can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lopez a screen. Off the pick. Look at that.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Westbrook. Rebound the Lakers. The Mayor's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Robertson. He has 7. Will it go? The Lakers with the rebound. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Brook Lopez. And it's Nance in for Julius Randle. McDermott's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's the Mayor and the powerful one-handed slam.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
He's dialed up his rebounding here in the postseason. There's something about the big games that bring out the best in him.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Felton's checked in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The Mayor, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Felton kicks to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's the Mayor. He's covered by Felton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, and he capped that one off with a little something extra, switching hands on the dunk.
He knows how to get some hang time there. Great play. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And finished off by McDermott.
Ooh, that's right in the face of the D.
You know, he dealt with the pressure like it was nothing. Here's the Mayor, and Adams sends it back. Teardrop shot, and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's the Mayor. Whoa!
Well, now he's well accustomed to shouldering that scoring load. He's the main reason they're up right now.
Outside, Felton. Screened by Adams. No one near Felton as he lets it go. That one a little long.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
The Mayor goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Felton kicks to Westbrook. He feeds it to Adams. Outside, George. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's the mayor. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
That one goes in, and it's now 26 points for Russell Westbrook.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. He's got the chance to score. He'll take it.
Here's the mayor. He's covered by Felton. Pulls it from the elbow. The mayor passes to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the mayor. Felton with some nice D. Oklahoma City shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Left side, Westbrook. In the corner, George with it. George double teamed. For 3, Felton. And Harkless pulls it down.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Here's the mayor, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, I tell you what, his coach keeps drawing up plays for him. He keeps delivering.
Outside, Felton. Outside, Westbrook. There's a screen. McDermott kicks to George. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Another steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's the mayor, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Lakers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. No good from the mayor.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
Felton dishes to Westbrook, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's the mayor. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
Oklahoma City has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Outside Westbrook. Stolen by Ball. One-on-one here.
That
Jumped out of the gym.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Here's Adams, and the layup falls. Adams has got 10.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside. And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. Outside, Felton kicks it to Adams. Westbrook with it, now guarded by Ball. Outside Westbrook, 5 to shoot, back to George, launches it, gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 15.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
Here's the mayor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Doug McDermott. First one falls for him. Luol Deng is checked in for the Lakers. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Harkless. And then for Oklahoma City, Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Doug McDermott. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Patterson can't get it to go. Here's Los Angeles now. No good from the mayor. Now here's Felton, guarded closely. And it's Abrinas in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc. They still can't cash in.
Here's the mayor. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stop?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. drills the three-pointer.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Outside, Felton. To the inside, here's Patterson, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Randall's checked in for Nance, and Wells is subbed in for Ball. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Roberson, he's checked in for Jordan.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Abrinas the pass to Felton. Back to Abrinas. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Abrinas has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And it's blocked. "36 seconds left in the third. Patterson a screen on Randall. High, arcing shot, and he lays it up and in. Abrinas has got 11 points.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Here's the mayor, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. Felton kicks to Patterson. And Robertson has it in the corner. Cantor with a screen on Randall. And that one misses. That one misses. Here's the mayor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We should never get beat like that in trivia.
Teams will make substitutions. So the Thunder 5 right now, together inside Cantor and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the small forward position.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Westbrook with the drive, and finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's the mayor, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call, Oklahoma City with the foul. That's good from the mayor. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Brandon Ingram. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Here's Roberson. He dishes it to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Here's Roberson. Offline with his 3.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
First free throw is good. Good on both. Now Westbrook. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lets it go with a 3. Ferguson's shot is good.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Adams brings the double team. It's stolen by Adams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Ferguson. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's the mayor. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Stolen by Zubac. Here's the Mayor. There's the pick. Off the screen, and he slams it one-handed.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And the Lakers making a change here. Ball's checked in. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. That three off the mark.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Great presence there. You think that shot's going up, but gets dished to the open man.
Down low to stop the run. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
That free throw, no good.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the stripe. Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Here's the Mayor. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Patterson is checked in for Steven Adams. Ball with the rebound.
Now, his head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
And he makes that one.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And we see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And it goes out of bounds. That's touched by Felton.
The defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
Arenas is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's the Mayor. The Lakers rebound. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
Here's Abrinas. Buries the long-range jumper. Abrinas has got 11 in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Dang. No good on the shot. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Abrinas. A three-pointer off the mark. LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's the Mayor.
Oh, wow. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Patterson, the screen. Ferguson, the pass to Patterson. Off target from three-point range. That'll go on McDermott. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he sinks the second. Here's Abrinas. There's the pass to Felton. He kicks to Patterson. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's the Mayor. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He's just incredibly productive and efficient, tearing it up this second half.
Here's Abrinas. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton's got 6 assists now in the game.
That is not possible. Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And Ball comes to help. Stolen by Ball. Here's the Mayor. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
The Thunder shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Here's Abrinas. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
The Lakers shooting just phenomenal here tonight, 73% from the field. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the floor of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
The Lakers with the rebound. Tang's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Mayor.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. But did you see that?
And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Harkless comes with a double team. Here's McDermott. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
They grab their own miss. Stolen by Zubac. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Yeah, just outworking guys in there, being accountable, being a leader by example.
Taken away by Felton. Pass to Abrinas. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And after that slow start, finally looks like he's finding his touch from beyond.
And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference playoffs. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
DJ, great game.
Thanks, Char. Am I blown up?
You're trending. Oh, Hey, we need to go do an interview with the guys in the studio. Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny. You look great out there in that win, and I believe you set a season high in scoring, young man. Is it fair to call this your most complete game?
Wow, Kenny, I did not know about that season high. Thank you. It felt good on the floor offensively, but I knew there were a few defensive positions where I could have been sharper. And really, I'm just happy to contribute to the team when I'm out on the floor, and I think I was able to do that tonight.
Well, you did a great job of it. Keep up the good work.